Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a watch from Vincero, a brand that, was kind of perceived as a fashion brand in the past, but now they're putting out a lot of automatic watches with great movements inside of them, just as the other smaller brands. Out there, Vincero's not a small brand. They've sold probably, I don't know how many watches, but probably a lot more than any other micro brand out there. They're well marketed, they're pretty well known. And this is their Reserve automatic timepiece. It's a newer release. It has a pretty decent movement inside of it. And this model has a very nice green dial to it, which is pretty cool. There are about 5 different variations of this model. It retails at $395 US direct from their website, which I will drop a link down in the description below if you want to check them out after this video. Anyway, I think the watch has pretty good specs and has some decent quality for the money, so I figured I'd take a look at it on the channel. Now, first let's start off with what's on my wrist, and then, as usual, we'll dig deeper into this new Vincero from Vincero Watches. And straight off the wrist onto the camera is the watch I'm wearing today. I was timing something. This is my Submariner 114060, probably the best watch in my collection. It's been with me for about 8 years, so I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. The value on these have really skyrocketed from $7,500 retail back in 2017, or 2016, sorry. Now, I believe retail is like 85 or something on the newer ones. This is discontinued, the 114060, and the newer model has the different style lugs. But yeah, these are like $12,000 now, pre-owned with boxes and papers, so it's kind of ridiculous. Rolex is kind of out of my territory now, I'd say. But yeah, that's just how things are going in the current market. Anyway, let's jump back into this Vincero. Now, the watch itself is housed in a solid 316L stainless steel case, the industry standard for a decent timepiece. This watch also is fully assembled in the USA. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's definitely a good, upper on this watch. Something very good they're doing. USA assembly is always better because, they have their own quality control. Obviously, it's in the USA, and they're in the USA. They're going to know if something's wrong. If something breaks, it goes right back to the USA. It doesn't have to go all the way back to Asia, which is always a good thing. The watch itself is brushed on the sides. We have that smooth, high polished bezel. The signed crown is highly polished with the Vincero logo as well. You can see on the lugs, which kind of spiral, kind of like an Omega, I'd say. Yeah, a little bit like that, not really though. They are polished on the inner portions, which is nice to see on both ends. Yeah, as you can see there, which is not bad. Flipping to the other side of the watch, this is completely matte brushed, finished. Very nice. Finishing is actually really good. Has some nice weight to it as well, this watch. We get a double domed sapphire crystal, which is pretty legible, I must say. Very legible. Very easy to read that dial. We get applied markers with C3 Superluminova, glows green. The lume's actually pretty good on this one for a dressy kind of watch. The lume is very good. We'll get a lume shot in towards the end of the video. Pull and push crown we get here, 100 meters of water resistance, so you can take it swimming. That's also really nice. As you can see, we get an exhibition case back, and it does say those 3 words, Veni Vidi Vici, in Italian, I believe, yes. Live your legacy. That's kind of like their slogan, if you didn't know that. It says that in all of their watches. I'm pretty sure about that. But anyway, the dial is a nice green color, as you can see here. It does state Vincero automatic. And of course, the movement is a complicated movement. Not really complicated, but it has complications. As you can see, left side, we do get your day of the week. Right side, we get the month. We get a 24-hour sub-dial above the 6. We get a date window between the 4 and the 5. And then we get your time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 functions on this movement. It's a Miyota automatic caliber, a higher end Miyota caliber. I think everything kind of fits together for a really nice price at $395. Yeah. Anyway, getting to some basic dimensions of the watch. The watch itself is 41 millimeters across. I measured with my own calipers. In terms of case thickness, you're looking at 13 millimeters. Not that bad there. Lug to lug, very nice at 46 millimeters. 22 millimeters in between the lugs. So very nice proportions, I must say. But yeah, the movement inside of here is the Miyota 9120. That has about a 40-hour power reserve. Most of you guys are familiar with the 9015. That's a standard 3-handed date model of the Miyota caliber. This is the 9120. This features a month, day of the week, and a 24-hour subdial and a quick set date. It beats at 4 Hz. That's 28,800 beats per hour, the same beat rate as an EDIT 2824 or an SW200, which are pretty popular Swiss automatic calibers. Anyway, to actually function this bad boy, so the crown here has some pretty good grip on it. It's a pull and push crown, gets self-winding. The watch is already running. I do appreciate the seconds hand does reach all the way out to the fine minute markings. So you can see here, I'm going to pull out one position. I believe this will quick set the date. Quick set the date, as you can see. Other way, it changes the day of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and so on. And the 24-hour subdial goes along with the time, as you'll see. When I change the time, the 24-hour subdial will go along with the time. Now to change the month, which you're not going to have to do so much because months are pretty long, there's a pusher here. You can use a toothpick, something thin and sharp. You just push it in once and the month will change. And you're not going to have to do that, often, obviously. But anyway, the bracelet comes on solid stainless steel bracelet, which is actually a pretty decent quality. It is using pins. Maybe they could have used screws, something I would recommend. But it's a pretty decent bracelet. It's pretty fluid. It's pretty comfortable on the wrist. It comes equipped on a butterfly clasp here, 2 buttons, and this clamps down, and everything fits very seamlessly on the wrist. Now, getting into the case back, we get a glimpse of the movement. I still have the sticker on there. I don't want to get any grease on it. But yeah, you can see the movement. Pretty simple movement. It's nothing crazy complicated, but it does say Vincero Executive on the rotor, which is the name of this timepiece. As I stated earlier, the lume is actually pretty good, and I was pretty surprised. It glows green, as you can see. Even on the subdials they put lume. So you have lume on all the applied markers, you have lume on the hands, and the little subdial hands, which I thought was really cool. The lume actually lasts a pretty long time, and it's pretty potent. For a watch of this stature, I think it's very good lume. On my 6.5, 6.75 inch wrist, it fits just perfectly. 40 millimeters, 46 lug to lug. I wasn't expecting it to fit bad. I knew this size would fit me good. And it looks very nice. It looks very classy with that nice double dome sapphire crystal and that really nice green dial. Definitely, I would say kind of a dressy watch. It can definitely be very dressy if you wanted it to. But nowadays you can obviously wear this with a jean and a t-shirt if you wanted to. There are no rules anymore. But yeah, definitely a nice fit on the wrist there. As you can see across my wrist, it fits just perfectly there. I have a 6.5 inch wrist. So if you have a bigger wrist, I would not worry. If you have a smaller wrist, you can probably pull it off even with like a 6 inch wrist. So no need to worry about the sizing. The sizing is very good for the modest man. So furthermore, guys, I think this is actually a really nice watch that they put out. I mean, you're getting a decent bracelet. We even have quick release on the bracelet, which I didn't mention. Basically, you can just take this off. You can throw it on a leather band if you want, or a rubber band if you really wanted to. It does have 100 meters of water resistance. The finishing is pretty good for the price point, I must say. And all of the other stuff is just as good. We get a double dome sapphire crystal. You're getting a complicated Miyota caliber, which is very reliable and very accurate as well. You're getting that nice green dial. You're getting good lume, decent bracelet. Case build, cut, and finish is very good for the price. I think it's just fine. So yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with the watch. I think it's a pretty good watch. Vincero is putting out some new watches. I just saw they put out an automatic dive watch, which looks really cool. It's actually really nice. And maybe I'll try to get a chance to take a look at that one. But yeah, I can say the quality is definitely there for the money. No issues at all with this timepiece. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. I will drop a link to the website down in the description below. You can check them out after this video. Always let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews with the Vincero Automatic Reserve. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.